Shalom. Kohalo Yahweh. Bahashem. Yahushua. Bahashem Rakal Kadash. For blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. And as you can see the title of this lesson, this title of this video up here says the CIA and FBI are monitoring the Hebrew Israelites right now. Now this is something that a lot of different brothers are doing. I just wanted to put my take on it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because we knew that this been going on. The title of my video, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, is listen, devils, no matter what you do, this gospel can't be stopped. Now you can monitor us, you can have surveillance on us, you can, track our whereabouts, our calls and things of that sort. We're not hiding nothing, man. Everything we teach, but this is more proof to show you that this is the truth, man. Right? This is a big thing. And I believe what they're saying is that the Iranian, analysts or over there in that country have gotten have brought this out, you know, to show you that these devils are hurt, but it don't even matter, man. It really doesn't matter, because no matter what you do, you're still going into slavery, right? No matter what you do, we still gonna come out on top, right? So when you make your move, the Lord gonna make his move. And trust me, his move is going to be way more accurate and way more, vicious than yours. Because if you believe that you're just going to come out and, just destroy all the Israelites, you're sadly mistaken, man. But we're not going to rant. We're just going to listen in, and I'm going to get some precepts, and we're going to shut it down. So let's go into it, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing, let be edified. Shalom.
Iran reveals CIA and FBI are monitoring Black Israelites right now. 1. Iran's shocking discovery: U.S. intelligence agencies are watching Black Israelites. The revelation that U.S. intelligence agencies, particularly the CIA and FBI, have placed the Black Israelite movement under intense surveillance has ignited widespread debate and speculation, raising profound questions about the nature of state power, historical narratives, and the limits of religious and civil liberties. According to Iranian intelligence sources, American authorities perceive the movement as a potential destabilizing force, justifying covert monitoring and infiltration. This assertion invites deeper reflection on the motivations behind such scrutiny, the extent of governmental intervention, and the broader philosophical implications of knowledge, control, and state authority. While Iran's claim may be shaped by its own geopolitical agenda, the mere suggestion that a religious community rooted in Black identity and biblical heritage is being watched so closely by the U.S. government rekindles long-standing concerns about surveillance, racial politics, and the mechanisms through which dominant powers seek to regulate historical discourse. The Black Israelite movement has long occupied a space of fascination, controversy, and misrepresentation. At the core of its belief system is the assertion that African Americans, along with other people of color, are the true descendants of the biblical Israelites. This claim challenges conventional Judeo-Christian teachings and Western historical narratives, positioning the movement as both a religious and socio-political force. Over the past several decades, Black Israelite communities have gained visibility in urban centers across the United States, drawing adherents through teachings centered on identity, spirituality, and historical justice. For many followers, the movement is not merely a theological framework, but a radical act of reclamation, a means of restoring a lost heritage and resisting systemic oppression. In their view, the recognition of their lineage is not just an abstract intellectual exercise, but an existential awakening, one that empowers African Americans and other marginalized communities to redefine themselves outside the constraints of a Eurocentric historical paradigm. Given this transformative ideology, It is unsurprising that the movement has attracted both admiration and scrutiny. Supporters regard Black Israelites as truth seekers who challenge historical inaccuracies, while detractors, including some mainstream religious institutions and government bodies, frame them as a radical or subversive force. According to Iranian intelligence reports, U.S. authorities have designated the Black Israelite movement as a high-risk group due to its growing influence, its engagement with historical revisionism, and its potential to mobilize disenfranchised communities in ways that disrupt existing power structures. Iran claims to have intercepted communications and reviewed classified documents, indicating that American intelligence agencies have deployed a range of covert strategies to monitor and control the movement. These strategies allegedly include the use of informants, digital tracking, and psychological operations designed to discredit Black Israelite teachings, a potential national security threat. Iranian sources speculate that the Black Israelite movement is being monitored not because of any direct threat of violence or insurrection, but because of its capacity to reshape historical consciousness and challenge institutional authority. By asserting that African Americans are the true Israelites, the movement calls into question dominant religious and historical frameworks, including those that underpin Western Christianity and Jewish identity. This epistemic disruption is not merely theological, it is deeply political. If knowledge is power, then the ability to redefine one's historical and spiritual identity carries with it the potential to reconfigure existing social hierarchies.
And notice they keep saying African Americans, but we don't teach that African Americans, you know, are the only ones that are Israelites, man. We teach that the so-called Negroes, which are African Americans, as they say, Latinos and Native Americans are the Israelites. We don't just teach that Black people are the only ones that are Israelites. You know, so they trying to, you know, push this narrative. And they also said that African Americans, along with other people of color, not every, because everybody has color on the planet, but Esau Edom, the so-called white man, right? This is only the Israelites are it only consists of so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, man. Just to put that out there.
Iran contends that these concerns have driven American intelligence agencies to initiate systematic surveillance efforts designed to monitor, infiltrate, and potentially neutralize the Black Israelite movement before it gains broader traction. Iranian intelligence claims to have gathered information on these covert operations through a combination of cyber warfare, intelligence sharing with U.S. adversaries, and leaks from whistleblowers within the American intelligence community. Tehran, which has long invested in cyber espionage as part of its broader geopolitical strategy, asserts that its analysts intercepted internal FBI memos categorizing the Black Israelites as a high-risk movement due to their religious ideology and increasing popularity. Additionally, Iranian sources suggest that disillusioned former U.S. intelligence operatives have provided insider information detailing the scope of surveillance efforts. These whistleblowers reportedly leaked documents outlining FBI and CIA strategies for tracking Black Israelite gatherings, monitoring their online presence, and embedding undercover agents within the movement's leadership structures. 2. What Iranian analysts say about the U.S. government's fear of Black Israelites. The Black Israelite movement presents a unique challenge to U.S. authorities precisely because it intersects with multiple areas of concern: historical revisionism, political mobilization, and international geopolitics. These dimensions, they claim, render Black Israelites a focal point of state surveillance, not due to any genuine security threat, but because of the movement's potential to disrupt the established order by challenging dominant historical and religious narratives. The U.S. government has a well-documented history of monitoring and suppressing Black-led movements, particularly those advocating for self-governance and challenging dominant historical frameworks. The Black Panther Party, the Nation of Islam, and even Martin Luther King Jr.'s Southern Christian Leadership Conference all faced extensive government surveillance, infiltration, and disruption under COINTELPRO. Declassified FBI documents reveal that one of the program's explicit goals was to prevent the rise of a Black Messiah who could unify and lead African Americans toward greater political and economic autonomy. Iranian analysts argue that this mentality persists today, with Black Israelites now occupying the role of a movement that challenges mainstream religious, historical, and social constructs. According to Iranian intelligence, the surveillance of Black Israelites is an extension of this deeply ingrained institutional fear. The movement's emphasis on reclaiming biblical identity and resisting assimilation into Western religious traditions places it squarely at odds with the mainstream Judeo-Christian framework that underpins American society. Additionally, Black Israelites frequently highlight systemic oppression, addressing issues such as mass incarceration, economic exploitation, and racial injustice, topics that have historically provoked government scrutiny of Black-led movements. Iran suggests that by closely monitoring Black Israelites, U.S. intelligence agencies are not reacting to any tangible security threat, but are instead engaging in preemptive containment of a group that has the potential to shift public discourse in significant ways. While U.S. officials have occasionally pointed to isolated incidents of extremist rhetoric or confrontations involving individuals associated with the Black Israelite movement, Iranian analysts argue true motivation behind government surveillance is not fear of violent extremism, but fear of ideological influence. The core claim of Black Israelites, that African Americans are the true descendants of the biblical Israelites, poses a fundamental challenge to widely accepted historical and theological narratives. If this perspective were to gain widespread acceptance, Iranian scholars contend, it could have profound consequences for religious institutions, racial identity politics, and even international relations. Iranian officials outlined three primary reasons why they believe the U.S. government views the growing influence of Black Israelites as a potential threat. First, the movement's assertion that mainstream interpretations of biblical history have been deliberately distorted represents a direct challenge to Western religious institutions. According to this perspective, European powers and religious authorities have historically suppressed the truth about the true identity of the Israelites to maintain control over historical narratives. If the Black Israelite interpretation were to gain traction, it could significantly undermine the credibility of Western religious institutions, particularly those that have upheld a Eurocentric portrayal of biblical figures. This revisionist perspective, Iranian analysts argue, is particularly troubling for the U.S. government because it strikes at the heart of America's religious and cultural foundations. Christianity has played a central role in shaping American identity, and any widespread challenge to traditional theological interpretations could lead to broader societal shifts. If African Americans, and potentially other groups, began embracing an alternative biblical narrative that rejects traditional church teachings, it could diminish the authority of mainstream religious institutions and usher in a wave of religious and cultural realignment. Beyond its religious implications, the Black Israelite movement has increasingly vocalized its stance on systemic racism, police brutality, mass incarceration, and economic inequality. Many Black Israelites see their identity not merely as a religious awakening, but as a call to action against contemporary forms of oppression. This intersection of faith and activism. Iranian intelligence claims that U.S. intelligence agencies have enacted a series of covert operations aimed at neutralizing the Black Israelite movement. These operations allegedly include extensive digital surveillance, infiltration of Black Israelite groups, and disinformation campaigns designed to discredit the movement's leaders. Iran asserts that the FBI has placed undercover informants within Black Israelite communities, monitoring their activities and gathering intelligence on their beliefs and organizational structures. Furthermore, Iranian reports suggest that the U.S. government is actively shaping media narratives to portray Black Israelites as an extremist fringe group rather than a legitimate religious or historical movement. By linking the movement to isolated incidents of confrontation or controversial rhetoric, intelligence agencies allegedly seek to marginalize Black Israelites in the public eye, making it easier to justify continued surveillance and intervention. Iranian intelligence officials assert that the CIA and FBI are deploying advanced technological tools to monitor Black Israelite gatherings, teachings, and digital footprints. The alleged scope of these surveillance programs is vast, involving AI-driven data analysis, real-time location tracking, and deep infiltration of online spaces where members communicate. If Iran's assertions hold true, these operations mirror Cold War-era intelligence programs such as COINTELPRO, which sought to dismantle Black liberation movements through surveillance, infiltration, and psychological warfare. One of the most striking claims made by Iranian analysts is that U.S. intelligence agencies have intercepted phone calls and encrypted communications of prominent Black Israelite leaders. The leaked documents reportedly detail extensive efforts to gather intelligence on their ideological stances, plans for religious gatherings, and connections with other social movements. Iranian sources suggest that American intelligence agencies have leveraged the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, FISA courts, to justify wiretapping and electronic eavesdropping on individuals associated with Black Israelite communities. While the U.S. government frequently justifies such surveillance in the name of national security, Iran argues that this monitoring is not about preventing terrorism, but about preemptively suppressing an ideological shift that could challenge the status quo. By surveilling private communications, intelligence agencies can anticipate organizational strategies, detect patterns of mobilization, and even plant disinformation to create distrust within the movement. This strategy, Iranian analysts suggest, is not about responding to threats, it's about maintaining control over emerging ideological transformations. Iran's intelligence sources further allege that U.S. authorities are utilizing artificial intelligence, AI, to track Black Israelite discourse online. AI-driven programs reportedly analyze keywords, sentiments, and engagement metrics associated with Black Israelite teachings, allowing intelligence agencies to detect emerging trends, identify influential figures, and flag discussions that challenge mainstream narratives on race, history, and religion. According to Iranian analysts, this level of digital surveillance enables U.S. agencies to construct detailed psychological profiles of key Black Israelite leaders, predicting their behavior and preemptively countering their influence. The AI programs allegedly categorize discussions based on themes such as anti-colonial sentiment, critiques of institutional Christianity, and challenges to Western interpretations of Jewish history. Iran argues that such surveillance is part of a broader strategy to maintain ideological control and prevent a large-scale shift in historical consciousness. Beyond digital monitoring, Iranian intelligence reports claim that the U.S. government employs geo-tracking technology to follow the movements of Black Israelite leaders and prominent members. This surveillance involves tracking mobile devices, scanning surveillance cameras near major Black Israelite gatherings, and deploying drones for real-time monitoring. If Iran's claims are accurate, the objective of this geo-tracking operation is to map out networks of influence, identify high-profile gatherings, and preemptively disrupt large-scale religious or political mobilization efforts. These tactics, Iranian analysts suggest, bear a striking resemblance to past intelligence efforts targeting Black nationalist organizations, wherein authorities closely monitored figures like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. to anticipate their movements and neutralize their influence before they could galvanize mass support. Beyond passive surveillance, Iran claims that U.S. intelligence agencies are actively infiltrating Black Israelite communities to disrupt them from within. These covert tactics, reminiscent of strategies used against the Black Panther Party and the Nation of Islam, allegedly include planting informants, instigating internal divisions, and manipulating media narratives to discredit the movement. Iranian intelligence sources allege that the FBI and CIA have embedded informants within Black Israelite congregations, encouraging them to report on organizational activities, leadership disputes, and potential ideological vulnerabilities. These informants are allegedly tasked with gathering intelligence on the internal dynamics of the movement, including financial structures, political affiliations, and recruitment strategies. If these claims are true, the U.S. government's goal is not only to monitor, but also to actively influence the movement from within. By strategically placing informants in positions of leadership or trust, intelligence agencies can shape discussions, redirect organizational efforts, and discourage members from engaging in broader political activism. This strategy mirrors historical tactics used against Black civil rights organizations, where paid informants were deployed to sow internal mistrust and discredit key figures. Iranian analysts go further, claiming that U.S. intelligence operatives have not merely monitored existing theological disputes within the Black Israelite movement, but have actively exacerbated them to weaken internal cohesion. Black Israelites are not a monolithic group. The movement consists of multiple sects with varying interpretations of scripture, identity, and activism. Iranian sources suggest that U.S. intelligence agencies have exploited these differences, amplifying doctrinal disagreements to prevent the movement from forming a unified front. For example, by fueling debates over whether non-Black individuals can be part of the Israelite lineage, intelligence agencies can deepen rifts that undermine collective organization. Similarly, Iranian reports claim that intelligence agencies have encouraged internal conflicts by spreading misinformation about prominent Black Israelite leaders. Through the strategic circulation of rumors, the questioning of leadership integrity, and the fostering of mistrust within congregations, these tactics allegedly aim to destabilize the movement from within, making it easier to control and discredit. Iran's intelligence community further argues that one of the most effective ways the U.S. government seeks to neutralize Black Israelites is by shaping public perception. According to leaked documents, intelligence agencies have collaborated with media outlets to portray Black Israelites as an extremist, anti-Semitic, or fringe movement. Iranian analysts claim that the FBI and CIA have worked with journalists to highlight isolated incidents of radical rhetoric while ignoring the broader, more nuanced teachings of the movement. By focusing on a few controversial figures or confrontational street preachers, the media can frame the entire movement as dangerous or irrational, discouraging mainstream engagement with its ideas. Iran further contends that government-funded think tanks have produced research designed to delegitimize Black Israelite claims, particularly regarding historical identity. By financing scholars who dismiss Black Israelite interpretations of biblical history as pseudo-historical or revisionist, intelligence agencies allegedly seek to prevent the movement from gaining legitimacy in academic and religious circles.
All right,
So, it was a lot. It was a lot, man. But certain things I wanted to touch on because you see these devils, they coming from all angles, man. Pause. And we've been telling you, man, and you see a lot of these things, going on now. And some things are new to me, but it's not surprising. For one, when you look at the media, how they portray the Hebrew Israelites in the media, the Israelites, because we ain't Black. People love to stick with that word Black. We're not Black, man. We don't come out calling ourselves Black Hebrew Israelites, man. We're just Hebrew Israelites, right? Two, what you devils don't get is that we don't follow no man, man. We follow Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. Yeah, the Lord puts men in places to spread his word, to activate the elect of the nation of Israel. But ultimately is the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, man. Right? Let's get that for one. Because y'all keep thinking that this ain't no Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Islam, Christian. This ain't no religion, man. We don't follow no man. Everything we do is in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. That's who we follow. Right? So it's clear you don't understand what's going on. And this is also showing you how much money they spend on surveillance and tracking the Hebrew Israelites, man. Right? This is Isaiah chapter 34. Because this is who we follow, man. And this is what woke us up. This is what is bringing the Hebrew Israelites to the forefront, man. And everybody else is being washed away. Right? This is what's going on. This is what it's really about. This is Isaiah 34 verse 16. It says, "Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read." Right? The book of the Lord is the Bible. It says, "No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate." So there's not going to be any book that's going to level up or surpass the Bible on this planet, man. This is why the Bible is the number one selling book of all time, right? So it says, for my mouth it have commanded, the Lord's mouth, not a man. Yahweh Shem Shah, right? And check this out. And his spirit, it have gathered them. So the great awakening that you're seeing is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah. You know? And y'all, these devils they can't fathom how this is growing. They can't understand why is this growing so big? Why is it growing so fast? Right? Why we can't, get rid of these niggas. This is what they saying, man. They too loud. They waking people up. It's not us waking anybody up, man. It's Yahweh Shem Shah. I just read it. So this is why they got to put plants in these camps, man. It's a lot of, slippery niggas in the camps, man. Right? We know this, man. Our camp probably got it. Well, not, per se, but, you just never know. But every camp, it said the Israelite leaders have been infiltrated. Yeah, we know this, man. We know that some of these leaders have been bought and paid for, man. This is why they teach different. This is why they don't say the name of the Lord. This is why they tell you, these things that they adding to pretty much, make themselves of some status, man. It's not about the Lord, it's about them. So we see it, man. Right? Now, you can never know, man. Me personally, I would say, as far as our camp, I don't believe anybody's bought and paid for. I don't believe somebody took a bag in order to distort the name in the gospel of Yahweh Shem Shah. I don't believe that, man. But one thing I couldn't tell you is that I know for a fact that they're all niggas in this truth that are slithering snakes, man. And guess what? They're not going to make it. The Lord is going to put every single one of those niggas to death, man. In the worst way. This is why you got all these videos coming out. Why I'm no longer an Hebrew Israelite. You sound stupid, man. You sound real stupid. Why I'm no longer a Hebrew. You that's like saying why I'm no longer black. Because if you think you're black, no matter what goes on in your life, no matter what you heard, no matter what is said, you're still gonna always be black. The same thing with being an Israelite. That's your nationality. That's what the Most High Yahweh Shem Shah. That's that's the spirit he gave you. He gave you the spirit of an Israelite, man. So you'll never stop being an Israelite, no matter what you say. But it is what it is, man. You're gonna be destroyed on this side as well, man. Right? Another thing they were saying, or how they've intercepted phone calls and they put used AI to sow discord. Yeah, we know that too, man. You come on a live or you doing a video and you get some wild comment on there to sow confusion. That's AI most of the time, man. You get all these bug outs that come on your live and trying to steer you away from the truth. Hey, man, they agents too. So this devil is using AI, agents, informants, all that, man, to try to break this up. But guess what? You're not, man, because the elect is going to, see all of that, man, through the spirit. All of that, man. Right? So let's get Acts. Because this ain't of men. This is not of men. as soon as you devils get that, the better off you'll be, man. Hey, your time is up. If this wasn't the truth, they wouldn't be going through all this, man. This is Acts chapter 5, verse 38. It says, "And now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught." So if this truth was of men, like the Nation of Islam, the Baptist Church, all these religions out here, which those are all man-made. This is why they were able to be infiltrated, so easily, and you pretty much don't even hear about it no more, right? Everything is about the Israelites now. So it says, "For if this counsel or this word be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, ye can not overthrow it." So no matter what you do, you'll never be able to overthrow this, man, because this is of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, the power of the heaven and the earth, man, the ones who created everything, man. You'll never be able to overthrow this, no matter what you do, right? It says, "Lest haply ye be found even to fight against the Most High." And you already know how that's going to end up, right? That's going to end up, flawless victory, man. A flawless victory. And you devils are scared. This is what this is all about, man. You devils are scared, man. You already paid billions of dollars to hide this information from us. And we still got it because you ain't in charge. And now that we got it, we got our nationality back, and we know the names of our power, and we calling on the names of our power, right? Now you hurt, man. You're hurt. You bugging out. You're angry. So now what? What's gonna be left, man? You're gonna come in and you're gonna try to, annihilate us, man. But that's not gonna happen neither. The Lord gonna allow you to get some of us, man. Some of us, we understand, are gonna be martyrs. But you still going into slavery. You still going into slavery, man. Right? So from there, let's get because we know this has been infiltrated. We know this, man. You sell out, raccoon ass niggas. We know, man. This is Luke. Luke chapter 20. Right? Let's go to Luke chapter 20. Right? Luke chapter 20, verse 20. It says, "And they watched him and sent forth spies, which should feign themselves just men." Yeah. So we got a lot of these niggas in the camps and in this Israelite community, as they say, which it ain't no community, man. But you know what I mean. A lot of them that come off and they seem sincere, man. But the whole time, they just spying out what's going on. Right? They coming to the gatherings. They hearing what's being said, and they taking it back to these devils, man. Probably got wiretaps or whatever new technology they putting on these jakes, man. It says, which should feign themselves just men, that they might take hold of his words, and so they might deliver him into the power and authority of the governor, because this is what they want, man. They want us to, pretty much say something that's going to trigger and give them a justification to come after us, man. We know you're going to come after us, man. We already know this because the scriptures tell you that you're going to come after us, man. We know. We know this, man. But this is Esau Edom for you, so-called white man, man. He's a cardinal dude, man. He's never been, spiritual, never. And here it is. The whole world is in an uproar, but all you doing is worrying about what the Hebrew Israelites are saying, because they gathering a lot of intel. Whether it's a conversation, a gathering, whatever it may be. But this is the snakes that's in the grass, man. This is Proverbs 27:6. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful, man. The kisses of an enemy is deceitful. Somebody that's around you all day, they understand what's going on. They they know your whereabouts. They even moved up in the camp. They might be your number two or something, man. And you'll never know, man. But this has to happen, man. This just has to happen. And it's unfortunate, but hey, this is what we roll with. This is the punches we gotta roll with, man. Let's go to Proverbs. See if this is what I want. Trying to go through this a little smooth. This is Proverbs 17 and verse 23. It says, a wicked man taketh a gift out of the bosom to pervert the ways of judgment. Yeah, man. A lot of these niggas, they took gifts by ways of money. Got a bag. Maybe was given a house. Whatever, man. Just to kind of sell brothers out. But the sincere brothers, the elect, no matter what is done, the elect is going to come out of it, man. The elect is going to come out of it. And that's just what it is, man. See, what you don't understand is that this is too high for a fool. This is too high for a fool, man. Let's get 2 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 8. It says, for we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. Yeah. We get all this this media attention. It's just gonna help the truth, man. It's gonna bring more people to inquire what's really being said and what's going on. Who are these Israelites, man? We keep hearing about them. I know a little bit about what they teach, but let me get more in depth. You're not going to stop this. And by any way you think, you're not going to stop this, man. It's impossible. Right? It's impossible. Now let's go back to Luke. Right? Let me see if this is what I want. Luke chapter 23. This is Luke 23 and verse 14. I'll start at 13. It says, and Pilate, when he had called together the chief priests and the rulers and the people, said unto them, ye have brought this man unto me as one that perverted the people. Right? So they looking at us like I said, they put it in the media that we a hate group. Right? That we're a bunch of troublemakers. We looking to do something. All we doing is coming out and reading the Bible, man. And all you people are fucking hurt, man. It says, as one that perverted the people, and behold, I have examined him before you, have found no fault in this man, touching those things whereof ye accuse him. So, at the end of the day, in the sight of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, hey, we good, man, because we doing what he told us to do. So in the eyes of society and men, you got some people out here that would agree that what we're doing is not hurting anybody. But for the majority of people, they believe that we are a threat. So they're gonna put our names as terrorists or whatever, extremists. BIE, Black Identity Extremists in the media. So that way people could get a perception of without even talking to us or without even knowing what it is, just get that narrative pushed out there that we just trouble, man. Right? But in the eyes of the Lord, we good. We are good, man. So we know that pretty much you're gonna come after us. We know this, man, because that's gonna be your last. That's gonna be your last move. That's gonna be your last move, man. You know. So let's go to got a couple more. We're gonna shut it down. This is let me see if it's what I want. Yeah, because for a lot of you you bought and paid for Israelites that go out there and teach the doctrine, you know, wrong on purpose, for filthy lucre's sake, to gain some money, to sow discord, to bring confusion. The Lord gonna chop your ass up, man. This is Titus chapter 1, verse 10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, right? Especially day of the circumcision. Yeah, and it's true. That know they Israelites. That know for a fact that they an Israelite, man. But they will sell out for a bag, man. Right? It says whose mouths must be stopped, and it will. The Lord gonna cut mouths off, man. It says who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not for filthy lucre's sake, man. Right? We don't need to know the Lord's name right now. We'll know the Lord's name in the kingdom. Right? Yahweh Shah didn't do miracles. John the Baptist wasn't in the truth. Those niggas, man, the Lord got something for them, man. And trust me, they ain't ready for it. But these are the same wicked scribes and Pharisees, because the Pharisees wasn't all wicked, but these are the wicked Pharisees, man. That hated the Lord and back when he walked the earth, man. Everybody comes back in their life. You got a bunch of Judases out here, man. Right? That the Lord gonna fix up, man. The Lord's gonna He's gonna do something terrible to you niggas, man. Right? So with all that being said, yeah, the Lord is just separating the wheat from the tares. And we know, like I said, you devils, you're gonna come. And when you come and make your move, the Lord gonna make his move, man. So let me get this last one. And we're gonna shut it down. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 20. It says, but for all these things they shall not turn Salakia. I'm verse 20. I'm supposed to be in 70. 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 70. It says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, man. A violent uprising. Right? Because we don't condone violence, man. We're not telling anybody to go out and cause violence or hurt to anybody, man. Right? All we doing is reading the Bible. Right? We tell you the Lord gonna do justice and judgment in the earth, man. Right? We tell you the Lord gonna do that. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 70 again. It says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, the ones that really fear, the elect. It says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, like Esau has ever spared anybody, man. And he's always been a madman. It says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord, man. So, like I said, it's going to be martyrs. Brothers are going to die in this truth. But guess what, man? The Lord said, be faithful unto death, and I shall give thee a crown of life, man. So we ain't worried, man. Do what you gonna do, devil. You can have all the surveillance. You can have all the intelligence, all you want, man. It's not going to work. It's not going to stop anything, man. So, it could have been longer, but I'm going to stop it there. Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing, the elect with other Father. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakal Kadash, for blessing me with the Spirit to do this lesson. Hey, to the next lesson. Say Shalom, man. This is exciting, man. This is an exciting time. No, this is how you know this is the truth, brothers. And we almost up out of here, man. Esau about to make his move, and Esau about to get wiped out, man, by the Lord. To the next lesson. Shalom.